Good morning, family.
Good morning, family.
We are here. We are gathered together to celebrate Thursday.
What is the dog doing?
Today is Thursday. It is a beautiful sunny day today, and I slept in. Like, I remember sleeping my whole life and not remember sleeping. So I remember the act of sleeping. I know I went to sleep, but I don't remember the sleeping part. And it's like when you wake up like that, you can face the day. You can seize the day. You can join God in the day that He has made in a very exuberant. So I woke up very exuberant. So for 2 days, I don't remember sleeping. I just remember waking up. So I did not even hear the alarm today. And I in the background, I heard the alarm go off. And you know how Google likes to tell us what's happening today. So I heard that there were 3 entries into the calendar. And I heard it was minus 21 and then it's going to warm up to 4 degrees.
No, but there's a problem now.
I don't think that was true.
There's a problem right now because Google in the morning routine is giving us the weather in Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay. Then
which is, I keep meaning to fix it. I'm not sure why it's doing that. It just happened all of a sudden. And it's really annoying because like one morning I woke up and Google was like a high of 26. And I was like, you're lying to me. I know you're lying.
Google went American. And I'm super excited today because we get a new kitchen.
Yes.
Not at our private residence, but at our new rental location. So we have a whole new stainless steel kitchen, and that gets me excited.
It's exciting.
Yeah, we're setting up shop in a new location, and we officially get the keys February the 1st. So
we brew kombucha.
As a social enterprise. We're a bunch of alcoholics and ex-crackheads and codependents, and we get together under one roof to volunteer and brew kombucha for the rest of the world. So if you want the nectar of the gods, we have that for you. Sometimes I call it the nectar of the gods.
I know.
Is that blasphemy?
I don't approve. But
you don't approve?
Okay, that's fine.
Well, I used to call other things the nectar of the gods.
I don't think we want to participate in the nectar of the gods. Like, I just don't think we are here to appease the gods. That's not what we're here for. So
isn't that what our life is revolved around, is to appease God?
Hey, Janet.
Hi, Janet. How you doing this morning?
Good morning,
Tammy. Yeah, welcome to the live stream, and we are going to get into our reading.
Who am I reading today? Did you read yesterday?
I think you are reading. You read the odd days, right. And I read because you labeled me as odd. So judgy.
It just helps simplify us remembering. I cannot hurt others without hurting myself. This is a compelling reason for taking thought before I release words that might set off an angry interchange. Have I ever considered that the impulse to say something unkind comes from my own guilt and unease, which erupts in blows against others? It may be a momentary release for me, but it returns like a boomerang to increase my own discomfort. Impatience with others also only generates their impatience with me. Impatience with others only generates their impatience with me.
Reciprocal.
Impulsive criticism at a meeting can only, or anywhere, impulsive criticism can affect the unity of the group on which I depend for my help.
Does it say that again? Impulsive
criticism.
No one liked impulsive criticism at any level.
It's
like getting cold water thrown in your face or somebody sneezing in your face. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
There is a significant thing to be understood about that I actually came to realize that it didn't matter where I went, I was going to be unhappy
and critical
and
impulsive.
And I mean, I didn't think I was that person, because for me, it was mostly on the inside. And so, a huge part, but it still comes out. And so a huge part for like the last many years because this was something I realized a long time ago, was realizing that. And then just like, anyway, I can take that wherever I go because it comes from the inside.
Yeah.
Impulsive criticism. affects unity, and it also affects, because this is like where I'm going to get my help. And so today's reminder: if only I can learn to quiet my mind before I speak. I do not want to act with impatience and hostility, for I know it will react on me. It is a mistake to think this requires self control. Patience can be acquired by learning to let go of self will. Jonathan Swift said, "Whoever is out of patience is out of possession of his soul." Men must not turn into bees who kill themselves in stinging others.
Wow. Hurt people, hurt people. That's that. So here's my thought. One of my favorite lines from the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, when I first read it, there's a part where it says, we're like when we're in early recovery, we're like we came out of the storm cellar.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on a farm and we peek our heads up and we go, "Hey, look, Ma, I don't see anything wrong here," as the tornado had already gone through.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is, in my addiction, I said I was the only one that I was hurting. That's a delusion that lets me be able to get away with doing the things I would do and leave for a couple days. And so I said, I'm only hurting you. But as the
You're only hurting yourself.
I'm only, but that's untrue.
It wasn't true.
And so as the cleanup comes.
No, but so wait and hold on that thought. From my perspective, I thought that I was helping others. Not that I was only hurting myself. I actually thought I was helping others.
So your delusion is, my delusion is I'm only hurting myself, and your delusion would be I'm very helpful.
Just trying to
like
help.
People need me to clean up all their messes.
Yes.
So then for me, as the tornado recedes, as we do the cleanup, then what's happening inside of me is still the things like, so I have to come into the realization through an inventory process of what's actually in me, because whatever's in you, we push it down, but it's still cause and effect. And so I can be very hurtful with my words. I don't even know that I'm doing it.
Right.
So as the tornado recedes, I become more aware, and it's like going to the gym where I have a gym teacher. And it's not about self-effort, but it's about the effort that I put into the practices of the cleanup of the tornado. So what comes... So I think it's such a fine line to be a tornado and hurt people, to be a gentle breeze that caresses your body and your face and in the summertime. And it's like such a fine line, because one moment I'm a gentle breeze on you, and then the next moment you're like, I'm in a tornado. You're so mean to me.
And then I'm always trying to figure out, I'd always be trying to figure out, why is that person acting like that? Oh, they're so, whatever. But meanwhile, zero recognition of like what I did, like no recognition of like, what's inside of me. So exactly what you're saying, that process of like bringing up that stuff and like being able to see my behavior.
And the way we do inventory is that we actually get to see how we've hurt the people around us with our cast of characters that are talking to us all the time, and then the belief systems that we have, the expectations around that we have, and we actually see that we've hurt people in this manner. And now we can start the cleanup. Now we can start the process of going to people to amend relationships, not just say sorry, but actually make amendments. And so that's the beautiful thing of recovery. We actually are involved in the cleanup process. And as we do that, we have this spiritual experience. I feel like that this morning, because I was at our new space, and our old space is like a shoebox, and this new space is open and glorious. And I feel like that's part of the cleanup inside of me. It gives us such joy and peace and excitement inside, because there's a whole new building that's being constructed and fixed up. And so I thought of this last night in a meeting, is that I feel like once I made conscious contact with you, like my eyes are open to you in your little cheerleading jacket and your big mane, like a horse mane, and you come prancing in and you catch my eye, and my heart fluttered. And I remember this in grade 12, and I think you're in grade 10. And I remember, like you caught my eye. And then 2 years later, I stalked you. No, we had conscious contact.
No, you stalked me.
No, we had conscious contact, and it changed everything in my heart. So I think, do we have that conscious contact with God that makes our heart flutter, that is so real that it's going to actually start changing the trajectory of my life and my heart? And I think that God is like, we're like in a fishbowl, and God is the water. Like, God's all around us, and we're plugged up to it. So we just have to ask God to pull the hair out of the drain, and uh, it's fear and resentment and guilt and shame and all those things that plug us up for the flow of God's Spirit to come through us. And so, do I have the same excitement when I wake up because I get to be part of God's day and this new construction? Just like we did so many years ago. And I bought you a grape crush, and I dropped you in a puddle. And it's like my heart was different when I was around you. So if God is truly around and inside of me, it says the great fact is really understanding God. The central fact is that He comes into my heart. And so, do I wake up with that flutter of like, it's gonna be a good day?
Well, I think you woke up with that flutter today.
I got the flutters. That's all I have to say. So I think it's a fine line of being a tornado or a gentle breeze. And so today, can I recognize where I'm being a tornado, where I'm tornadoing in some parts of recovery? If you look it up, there's a tornado exercise that Mark Houston does, and we get to see the damage that we do. We get to see we invoke people's.
Is that like a document? Like a page?
Yeah, you'll be able to find it. Just look up Mark Houston tornado exercise. And so we do that throughout the day. We provoke people. We cause jealousy. Like we say things because we want to be noticed and seen. And then
Or helpful.
Or helpful, and we're competing. And so
it was really hard. Like, my friend and I have talked about this quite a lot, to realize like how much trouble we caused because we just wanted to help and have good ideas, you know, and yeah, it's sad.
May your heart flutter today through your relationship with God. May you feel that closeness, that conscious contact that will actually propel your heart in a different direction, and be a gentle breeze. Until we meet again, keep the peace, be of good behavior, and wash your hands.